It's time for another Out of Bounds Rewind with Bo Bounds on ESPN 105.9, The Zone.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9, The Zone. Special guest Jake Mangum, the Hit King, with us live in the Bank Plus studio. Jake Mangum with us, presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. And you can watch the show for the next hour. Jake will join us. You can watch it on YouTube. Hit our YouTube channel, search Out of Bounds Sports. Twitter handle at Bo Bounds, Farm Bureau Insurance call-in line, 601-707-3750. If you have a question for Jake, other than when the Mets are going to play again, because nobody knows. But if you have a question for Jake as far as baseball or anything else, feel free to call us on the Farm Bureau Insurance call-in line, 601-707-3750. And then also the Mississippi Ag text line is 601-885-3776. 885-3776. Make sure that that's on. You don't have to wear those right now. Jake, good morning. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks for having me back on the show.
Love it when you come in studio and hang out with us. I obviously wish you were playing somewhere for the New York Mets, but it is what it is. So we'll get. Who knew, Blake, that we could get Jake Mangum in May?
I mean, not unless it was on TV. That's the only way.
That's a good
only
point.
way I thought I was going to have it. So
Yeah,
I'm excited.
We'll take it. We will take it. You look like you've added like 10 pounds of muscle.
Been working out a lot. Yeah, when you can't play baseball every single day, you get it's a lot easier to find time to work out every day.
Yeah, when you told us about your minor league baseball schedule and how hard that was on the body,
Woof.
getting back to the hotel at 11 at night, midnight, and so on, and then flipping
Doing
the
that
next day.
every day.
Yeah. I could see why you were able to gain some good weight. I want to start with Warstic. You're partnered with a super cool company that makes bats. You left us one in December or January last time you were here and on the show. So tell me, you just went through Dallas and checked out their facility, but how did that partnership start, you and Warstic Bats?
Well, one of the founders is Ben Jenkins. He played baseball at Mississippi State. Ian Kinsler's one of the founders. Like, Ian Kinsler's a legend. He's a baseball legend. And you got Jack White, who I love music, and this guy's a guitarist for the White Stripes. Like, he's just gifted on the guitar. And whenever I kind of started hearing about it, and then Rooker partners with him, whatever you want to call it, after he gets out of college, I was like, man, this is awesome. This Mississippi State kind of ties. Good people run it, and they're creative. Me and Rooker talked about it. They're so unique in just their creativity. They're always looking at ways to just be different and, make really cool, products.
Sure. Jake Mangum on the Out of Bounds show. So Warstic is located in Dallas. And I guess you partnered with them in maybe the fall?
Yep, in the fall.
Okay.
And they're building a headquarters in Dallas right now. They're building a headquarters. They have a pop-up shop right next to it in Dallas. And the headquarters is going to be awesome. Let me tell you what they're building. They're building this mega batting cage underneath that's also going to serve as like a speaking and a gathering spot where they're going to have these mental talks there. The director of training, Cameron, is going to be just on all over the place talking about his mental side of baseball. And Warstic does a tremendous job of the mental side. Their logo is 2 lines. The first line means what happened in the past. The second line means what's going to happen. And in baseball, whenever you look at the bat, you normally look at the logo in between pitches. You take a deep breath, whatever it is. Well, you're supposed to look in between the 2 lines, and that just means be in the present. Okay. Don't worry about your last at bat. Don't worry about your next at bat. Be where your feet are. Love it, man. What they kind of stand for, what they're pushing is so cool. Yeah, and they have all these Native American ideas that, let me tell you, the commercials are awesome.
Like philosophies?
Philosophies. It's not the weapon, it's the warrior, all that stuff, man. And They do a tremendous job of not just making great bats, but the mental side of baseball, which is, I've said forever, is so important. The bats they make are just sexy bats, like beautiful wood bats. I just figured out my model. I'm pretty sure I changed the knob up a little bit, changed the cap up.
Okay, yeah, because we have one from last year in here.
Yes, you have my first wood bat.
Okay.
My first batch of Warstic bats. But, man, these new bats are sexy, man. They look great. And the metal bats, the reviews have been great. And it's just a great company, man. Whenever the headquarters is finished, and they said 80 days, it is going to be a sight to see. So whenever anybody, baseball fans are in Dallas, go check out the headquarters. It's going to be awesome.
Warstic in Dallas.
Yeah.
And there's a Mississippi State tie there. And Mangum partnered with them last fall, and Brent Rooker is with them, among others. And they're doing really, as Jake said, really innovative stuff. You can tell Jake's excitement with that. And then you did do I have time for this? Yeah. You did I thought the commercial was great. You, Warstic, and Mossy Oak. Walk us through that.
Well, Warstic actually called me this offseason. They're like, hey, stick with me here. We got an idea where we're going to be pitching a camo bat with Mossy Oak. And I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be different. And then he brings up the idea, you're going to be walking through the woods with a bow and a baseball bat and a baseball uniform and Mossy Oak bottomland camo. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be weird. But next thing you know, man, I'm out there in the woods running around and, shooting bows, swinging a baseball bat, and I'm thinking this is going to be so weird. But Ben Jenkins, who is just this creative guy who is just unbelievable at coming up just with different creative, awesome content. Next thing you know, I watched the final product and I was like, dude, this is a bad man video. Like This dude did a great job and turned out great. And just every time they do anything, it's just creative. It's different and just so beautiful the way they do it. Yeah. The headquarters is just what I'm so excited for. I bet. I drove by and I was like, dude, they're going to have like a coffee shop, a speakeasy, a food truck.
That's smart.
Oh, it's genius. So they're going to have a little area for people that whenever they come in, they can watch them make the bats. They can go downstairs and see the pro player lounge.
Love that.
They got a food truck that's going to be serving tacos.
Try to wrap your brain around a 12 or 13-year-old who's in a cool travel ball tournament in Dallas, and they get to go through one day when they're not playing. They get to tour Warstic.
Yeah, and it's obviously not just a camo metal bat. I mean, the wood bats are beautiful. They make batting gloves. I mean, they got merchandise. The merchandise is sick.
Right.
It's like Warstic's very into Native American ties because, the arrows and all that stuff, whatever it is. They make surfboards. They're making arrows. They're in the process of making bow arrows.
Smart.
Snowboards, baseball. Dude, they make all kinds of stuff.
I took you off. It was my bad. The first time I think I saw your commercial with or your advertisement with Warstic and Mossy Oak, I think you threw it on your Instagram page, but I'm not sure.
Hey, Instagram, Twitter,
right?
Just whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram,
God, how many
Twitter.
views did that get? I can't imagine.
I have no idea. No idea. But yeah, they do a tremendous job with the videos, man. It's just very cool video. It was
Blake,
different.
Didn't you think that
something
was cool?
different?
Yeah, I told Jake when he walked in, the being able to fit his MO, his style, his brand with the bat and Mossy Oak, I think it all fit together. The hunting, the warrior mentality, as he said, the Warstic. What 12-year-old baseball player doesn't want to pick up a Warstic, be a war daddy,
exactly,
and go to war with his boys every day? I mean, that's just, and the hunting in the South, home run. All
right, so we're going to take a break. We've got Jake for the next 50 minutes. I've already got a couple of questions for Jake on the Mississippi Ag text line. Feel free to keep them rolling. 601-885-ESPN, 885-3776. The Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Jake Mangum, the Hit King, live in the Bank Plus studio. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel. Just search Out of Bounds Sports.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9 The Zone.